Hello and welcome back to Strategic Command Paradise Gamer Playing. Let's start up here in the north where we have a German sub. Let's see if we can get this one back first. Yep. And then attack the submarine. 2 damage. 1 for me. And... how do we do this? Well, I don't need to get it back this turn. I could just stay up there. And now we have the US destroyer in the game. Let's start sending it back so we can get some troops across the Atlantic. Go there. Polish destroyers will upgrade. Anti-submarine level 2. Well, that was level 0 on that one. And this one will upgrade. Also level 2. And these two are only level 1. Let's get the cruiser over here. And let's get these 2 destroyers upgraded to level 2 as well. Just move them in. We do have German subs over here. I will get back to them when I have upgraded my stuff. So for the US, let's get that going now. We have 1, 2, 3 battleships, a carrier, 2 cruisers and 2 destroyers, all fully upgraded. Let's get this army upgraded as well. This army. And this army corps. And then we can upgrade them and start sending them out. Let's get this battleship. Let's just meet them up over here. Get this carrier. No, can't move this turn. Stay there. We have another destroyer coming back. And I think that's it for this. What's that up there? That's a garrison. Alright, let's move back to Africa and destroy Rommel. Did I really lose a point on that? Now the port is not ready to ship people out, I think. Nope, it's not. So let's move back here, get the headquarters over there, and then we're good to go. Once the harbor is ready, let's get the cruisers up here. And send the destroyers back to port to get them upgraded back up to, reinforced back up to 8. And what do we do here? And we have to wait for this one to be ready next turn. We can shell. Can these guys reinforce? Yes, but only 1 point. Alright, so I think I will shell the tanks and then just reinforce them by 1 point. Reinforce the Canadians, they can't. Okay. Now what I would want is to start working on the Italians. Oh, 3 damage, that's awesome. But I have to move out of the way. And then bring the British army over here, finish them off. Unfortunately that was not possible. These guys will stay. Reinforce. What if they just shift around a little bit? No, let's just reinforce this one. We could maybe bomb them out. Yep, shattered. And then move on Corfu. I think I want the army for that, so these guys will... They could move further up though. They've got no one to follow them, so I won't do that. But I would reinforce my bombers. And I think that's it for Italy. Oh, Greece, sorry. Now we should get this one under the command of the headquarters. Alrighty, the Soviets. I think we could start advancing in the south. Now this army will not move this turn. And we do have mud. But we could take this one down a few steps. No, I don't think this is not the turn to do it. Because it's raining. It will simply be too difficult to advance far enough. So let's just reinforce these guys down here. And this one. And we got the army as well to help out. Next turn. Reinforce. Right. And these guys are fine. So moving on to the center. The weather is nice over here. Let's get the light armor this way. And the army up that way. Do we want to attack these guys? Only strength 5, but they're still level 2. So that's not going to end well. I get the armor out in the clear and then move the army forward. Let's get the armor out, the army forward. Okay, up here. Reinforce. 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 Get the army forward. Reinforce. And we now have a stable line here. Let's move forward. Riga is empty. Alright, let's take Riga. And there's still German units up here. Let's upgrade the Estonian garrison just so it can hold off for another attack. Make it a little bit better. And then we can move the heavy armor over here. And the regular armor over here. Move these guys forward. I'm on the attack for the first time. Move these guys over here. This one goes there. The army goes there. Okay, at least this is giving the Germans something to think about. In the far north, get this one over here, and then next turn I will move on Kuasamo. And we still got 700 points to boot. Did I start up the research last time? Yes, I did. So we got that going. Maybe start on the armored warfare and advanced tanks. That takes us down to 325. US 213 and British 281. I guess we can upgrade the carrier, long-range aircraft. I'd rather reinforce it. Rather reinforce the aircraft, that is. Okay. This battleship will also reinforce. So 8-8. Also this submarine, actually. Right. I think that's the turn. We got an offensive going in the north, and we'll start an offensive in the extreme south as well next turn, as I think we can now hold the line in the center. How far are we from infantry weapons level 2? We're at 66%, so that will still take a while. Alright, let's do this. Allies liberate Latvia. The Germans have to react to that. There's a tank army up here that I just saw. Anyway, off is Henry L. Stimson. With Persia now in Allied hands, we could make use of the country to send supplies to the USSR. For a cost to us of only 40 points a turn, the goods we send via Persia would be worth 80 points to the USSR. The arrival would also boost Soviet national morale by 200 points a turn. The increased benefit of these goods to the USSR is due to their much greater scarcity value there. So sending war supplies and food this way will be extremely useful to the Soviet Union. Would you like to send supplies to the USSR via Persia? Checking the notes. Strongly advised to say yes. Yeah, I think so. 40 points is fine. Soviet morale is boosted by the arrival of US Lend-Lease supplies via Persia. Free French force liberate St. Pierre et Miquelon, Newfoundland. Okay. Whatever. Axis raiders disrupt Iraq-UK convoys. I think we got rough seas here. Research breakthrough. UK develops production tech level 3. And USA develops advanced aircraft level 2. So losing a few points, 14 it looks like. But now 300, 325 and 890. Let's see what the Germans will do to that development. Headquarter arrives in Latvia. They're moving out of the way in the center now, starting moving back. An army is moving northwest, it looks like. Try and cut into Darkos Bills. Caught every and oops. Hopefully that will stop. No, it's still moving. The German army arrives, but fully upgraded Greek troops will not budge. Now it's snowing. It's December 31st actually. Could be difficult to see what's going on unless I zoom it in. I've already zoomed in actually. still trying to push through. But they have to divert troops elsewhere, and that means their offensive capability here in the center will diminish, and I'll be able to stop them cold. Remember, I got winter clothing. The Germans, on the other hand, do not. Yeah, they're destroying themselves, trying to attack me. Well-prepared defensive positions in the snow. It's time for an offensive down here, I think. Attacking with 6 strength units. Maybe they don't have enough points to strengthen up their units anymore. That could certainly be the case. Comes the tanks. Nope. The Greeks will hold. Now even my army corps are holding. The Canadians are holding. Fresh German armor arrives to the scene, but still cold as well. Attacking the defensive positions outside of Smolensk. Now here comes the German armor. We can cut it off, I think. More German armor in Greece. And the Romanians are left to their own fate. And they are pulling back. What is the Romanian headquarters doing up there with the Romanian units being far away? We got rocket artillery now. German. That could be nasty. Looks like they're preparing for a major push in the center with rockets and bombers. Germany constructs Atlantic Wall defenses. And British forces mobilize in Egypt. Why? Why did I do that? 10th Army forms in Jerusalem. Okay, that's a lot of units I can ship to Greece. Soviet winter strikes. Oh, this is gonna hurt the Germans. All across. And we got the convoys. Allied government signed the Declaration of the United Nations calling for complete victory over the Axis. Calculating supplies. We do have Germans down here. Saudi Arabian oil. We could put the power of our diplomacy to good use by improving relations with the authorities in Saudi Arabia. By doing so, we could negotiate a license to extract petroleum within the kingdom, and as a result increase our income and ability to wage war. Recommendation is to invest in diplomacy to move Saudi Arabia towards the Allies. Also, Lord Louis Mountbatten, our commando units are full of volunteers from all the services, eager for the fight. There are also men from many other countries who have joined up, including Poles, French, Czechs, Belgians, Dutch, Norwegians, and even some Germans. If our commandos are to commence operations, then they will need some funding for equipment and a proper training camp at Achnacarry in the Scottish Highlands. This will cost us 50 points. Would you like to authorize this expenditure so that our commandos can begin the fight back against the Axis? Let's see. If you say yes, then the commando raids will start taking place against Axis-occupied Europe. These will target Norway, Belgium, France, and if Spain is Axis, also Coruña. Royal Marines will also attack Bordeaux in December 1942, representing the raid of the Cockleshell Heroes. Alright, we'll spend 50 points on that. And the Eisenhower headquarters has arrived, just in time. We'll have to place it here. And more Soviet units. Now let's place the Tupokin headquarters in the north to support this operation up here. Along with a corps. And then we got two armies. Where do we want to put those? Maybe in the south here to support the attack. Alright. Attack in the south will commence, and we will try and take out the German units which has been isolated up here. There's at least a tank unit, maybe others. These guys will move down and try to seal off any help coming from the south. Alright, so that will be in the next episode. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you'll stick with it. I'll see you next time. Bye.